After post lunch, it's very technically not possible to make people on a technical session to be so alert. But however, I will try to do my best. So, Right to Protein is a U.S. Soybean Exports Council powered program which is trying to educate people about the importance of adequate protein consumption for better nutrition, health, and well-being. The campaign aspires to build public knowledge, a different type of protein sources to meet larger nutrition security goals. And it's made from several like-minded organizations, people, and academicians, professionals, and individuals supported. Since its launch in India from 2019, Right to Protein campaign has transcended borders, expanding the footprints of several other countries, spreading the message of protein sufficiency and nutrition security. We have launched Right to Protein in 2019. Over the years, several institutions, professionals joined the initiative to support this larger cause. CLFMA is also one part of the supporting organization. There are organizations like Suguna, IB, Srinivasa, and Sneha, Shalimar, Soya Bean Operated Association, C. All those organizations is a part of this campaign. So what exactly we do, existing content and IP media properties which we have already having for this. We conduct a Protein Day on 27th February. It's highlighting the importance of achieving protein sufficient future. Protein mein kya hai? It was a YouTube channel which we have. You can search for it. So one class teacher is telling the students how it is because I do not want to play that video here, so you can search for it. It was started in 2020, where we started with the YouTube presentation on Protein Make campaign, and it got a very wonderful responses. So another one is Soya Month. We celebrate Soya Month in April. So it's promoting soya, protein-rich soya foods that helps meet daily protein requirement for every human being. Then Indian protein paradox, analyzing protein consumption, challenges and busting myths data through statistics. So we conduct surveys, we conduct interaction with the people to understand how they think. So we conducted surveys in 19 cities in India to understand how people understand is protein and their role. So a summit is another kind of things which we have conducted last year, 2023. It's a summit aimed to spreading awareness of advantage of soy, especially soy, and highly accessible plant-based protein sources. Of course, you know that soy is one of the most digestible amino acid-rich plant-based protein sources. So India Food to Feed, it's a study which brings key insights to our understanding of animal-based proteins foods and knowledge about animals that are all found out food. So another one is India Protein Score. This is teamed up with the Label Blind, India's Smart Food Rating System, to rate India's top high-protein food and beverage products. A proteinometer is something very useful to every common man, which helps you to understand how much you are consuming and how much you are excess or how much you are low in consumption of protein. So you can find out your protein gap based on some basic data, so which will help you to understand whether you are sufficient or insufficient in your protein consumption. So coming to some more IPs and media properties. So soya fed label is the label which we recommend to the people who make sure that this particular feed contains soy and they can use this soya fed label. Soya fed menu is another thing which we requested some families, some mothers to create a menu that's only based on soy. Right to Protein Run is an event which we conducted in last 4 years in Nepal. It's a marathon, not full marathon, half marathon, where we make people to participate in that and where we create the awareness of consumption, and there is more than 4,000 athletes participate. It's on a regular basis. Maa ka haath mein protein, so another awareness. It's curated dishes made high quality protein. So by the way, the Right to Protein is a website you can go and search to know more about righttoprotein.com, where you can find out more details about this. So last one, the Pitch to Folk. It's a platform to promote startups and entrepreneurs on the field of protein. So where we conduct competition among them. We have already conducted 2 events in Dubai, so where we encourage participants, startups to participate in that. We promote them to the next levels of competitions. So another kind of activities are some of our snapshots of work, because you might be, you can see that the Right to Protein logo is there in the right side of Prime Minister when he was inaugurating Global Business Cycle, which is in 2023. And some other social media activities like Protein Day, we have conducted Protein Ki Dukaan, and some influencers filling India's gap. That is a meal article, top states and their nutrition index. These are the things which we have already doing, and it is highly influenced, and we try to do on the narrative. And of course, in case you want to know more about, so there is a meal ID where you can contact on that, righttoprotein.com. So another kind of activity what US Soy is doing, Soy Excellence Center India chapter, which we started in 2024. It's all about training and helping people to understand how professional of junior professional with 1 to 5 year. So, and it is focused on training, focused on grassroots levels to early mid-career professionals. We expect these professionals to become efficient managers tomorrow, helping the industry to grow further. Soy Excel Center offers a person of virtual courses in 4 regions: America, Egypt, Singapore, Thailand. Now we started in India. Renowned international experts, even Indian experts, create this curriculum. We conduct these courses on a hybrid. It will be online events and some physical kind of training. So that's how it has been conducted. Now in India, we have almost conducted 7 courses for feed and poultry. Swine we do not have in here, and aqua we have conducted 1, and dairy we have conducted 2. Soya food also we have conducted 2. These are the 5-6 courses what we are having in India. So main 2 components of India program is, it is structured and focused on online SEC courses and SEC community activities. SEC community activities are this is an eligibility for any candidate. Once he completes the course, he is getting in permission for logging into a community where experts, academians, business people are there to answer or to guide on any particular solution. They also conduct events, and we welcome them to Indian or international events to participate, by which a young manager get very much updated with the current scenarios, and they can get updated with the system. So this is a kind of certificate what we give to any candidate who completes the course. So this is a physical program. After the basic course, we take them to the intermediate course. This intermediate course we conduct 1 or twice in a year. So we can see Dr. Darur is taking the course. This is a course which happened in last month in Cochin. So this is feed milling track again in the intermediate course, which has been conducted by Mr. Meenakshi Sundaram Kanagaraj. Kind of certificate giving, and this is the last month we have conducted with the support of Soybean Processors Association. We have awarded the top performers based on their marks and their community activity. So that was all about US, but I asked somebody, requested, can you please tell me more about soy? I said I can give small summary what exactly happening in soya, because that's one of the major raw material in your feed production. You all know that India, 0.5 million, 50 lakhs Indian farmers are dependent on this one. Not 50 lakhs, 5 lakhs. And 200 crushers and refiners are there. And it might be minimum 1,000 to 1,500 feed mills are dependent. And the whole consumer of protein, soybean meal has distributed forex, but nowadays it is not happening in that much way. We might be exporting something around 15 lakhs, 1.5. So what is the another relevance in soya is soya plant. It's a plant protein which assures nutritious security for humans, of course humans as well as animals. A primary protein source for feed. One legume which helps in nitrogen fixation to the oil, and all nowadays is sustained aviation fuel. Sustained fuel is also created from soybean oil. So you can see on a average, good soybean consists of 19% of oil, 35% protein, 21% insoluble carbohydrate, 9% soluble carbohydrate, 4% ash, and 13% moisture. In US, it is 80% for meal and 20% for oil. So out of meal, 97% animal feed and 3% food. And oil, it is 61% food, and rest all biodiesel and bioheat products. And some apex around 8% is industrial products. So what makes soybean so important, especially in feed? It's our availability, its affordability, consistent quality, sustainable process, high protein, high digestibility, better amino acid profile, and a good source of lipids. So this is a global soybean production and its growth. In last 12 years, we can see the kind of growth. It's something around 426 million metric tons. For comparing in year 2012 to 2014, it was something around 250. This growth is driven by, one is feed, another one is a demand for edible oil, third is the fuel. Now, as per India's per capita consumption availability, I have given a chart. One is India's consumption, global, best, and the neighboring country, Sri Lanka. India, we have, of course, so these are setting and telling about India's per capita availability. I won't say it's per capita consumption, 471. Globally, it is 322. Best, of course, India, but in Sri Lanka, it is only 160. But the same time, fish, we are having 12.33, where globally it is 20.7. Iceland might be because that is the only one source of protein available there. 87, Maldives 70, Sri Lanka, the neighboring country, which having a better consumption of fish. Egg, we have a 103, and globally it is 180. Mexico having the highest with 400. And Sri Lanka, the neighboring, they are also at par with us. Broiler meat, 4 to 5 kgs. Globally, it might be 16. Best is 70 kg with Israel. The Sri Lanka, the neighboring country, is better than us with 11 kgs. Soya, of course, it's not relevant because it's based on availability, but on a food, very few countries are consuming as that. But here the wonderful thing, India is the 4th largest feed manufacturer. After China, US, Brazil, and now we are the 4th largest. This is not my report, this is Alltech report, which came in the last year. Now, here is the grids. You can see this is Government of India's 2024-25 CSCP, Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. It is a Nirmala Sitharaman presentation on economic survey. She very clearly says that all grains, their growth is 2.1, cereals 2, oilseed 1.9, where livestock, fisheries, milk standards, and okay, that's crop and science. It's not our part. Rest all are growing with at least a 6% CAPR, and the raw material which required for all these products are growing with less than 2. So that is the one major threat we are going through. I do not have any solution, but of course it has to come. Done. So last two more slides, and this is Indian soybean meal supply. Of course, coming straight, we have 0.89 million metric tons carryover, production 12.58, imports 0.03, total supply of 13.504, 1.3 million is reserved for sowing, direct human consumption 0.8, exports of seed 0.3, marketable surplus 11.104. If you process 11.0104 with 82% meal, you will get 9.105, and domestic requirement of soybean meal is 6.6. Exports 1.6, human food 0.8, demand total 9, the leftover is very small. It's quite alarming. Now, the last message, there is something. So it is very wonderfully mentioned in our One World data. This is the per average height of men by year of death, 60 to 90. India is very less, it's beyond 165, except few states like Haryana and Punjab. But this is average height growth. Another one is National Family and Health Survey, and their survey also telling the same thing, India's height growth is very less. How? It is not the hereditary which only controls your height and health. It is your food, nutrition, and your physical activities helps the growth of your children's height. So have better nutritious food, add more protein, and have a very wonderful life. Thank you.